Tifu by laughing at an injured child and then making fun of that child's mom. So today I took my son to the park so that he could run around the playground and get some of his energy out. I was sitting on one of the benches that are scattered around the perimeter of the playground next to a woman who was probably a few years older than me. I am not a fan of small talk. I wasn't talking to her or even looking at her. I was staring off into space, when I should have been watching my son, to be fair. And out of the corner of my eye I saw a 5 or 6-year-old girl running towards the swing set. She attempted to jump over the swing set, and bam! Her feet got caught on it and she face planted. I honestly did feel really bad, but I couldn't help but giggle a little. Now of course, with my luck, the woman sitting next to me was this child's mother. She looked at me with pure disgust on her face, and I kind of just stared at her, trying to think of a way to justify my laughing. She immediately ran over to her child and I, very immaturely, decided it was about time to go. I got up and started to walk away when the mother tapped on my shoulder and told me that she hopes the same thing happens to my child. So I sort of snapped and said, well, if your child is anything like you, then maybe she deserved that. And then I walked to my son without looking back and left. Doctor, I laughed at a little girl that fell and her mom said that it should happen to my child too, and I made fun of both of them and left. Lol, I can remember when my son fell down a full flight of stairs. The three of us who comforted him. He had an abrasion on his forehead, fought to keep a straight face, and admitted after he left how hard it was not to laugh. I laugh sometimes when my kids fall comically. Just the other day my daughter fell backwards off the swing when it was swinging back. She wound up flipping and faceplanting, and I about peed myself. So, I'd have probably giggled at this kiddo too. This mom need to chill. You didn't wish harm upon her child. You laughed. Not the best reaction, unless you knew for sure they weren't hurt. But this woman literally wished harm upon a child. BC, she disliked you. She sounds heartless. I know this is the wrong sub, but you are not the asshole. If it was my kid, I would have laughed and slapped a band-aid on anything that needed it. Full score. Bro, if that had happened to me, I would have done exactly the same thing. Even if it was my kid. And because I tend to laugh a little when she falls, she doesn't make a big deal out of falling or getting hurt. She's a think tank. Now, when she does actually hurt herself, I can immediately tell, and then we deal with it. No big deal. Parents need to stop making such a big deal out of stuff all the time. That's not that bad. I full on double over with laughter whenever my nephew falls. And he's obviously uninjured. But honestly, I think it helps him find the humor in it too. He'll always pop right back up, start laughing and yell, I'm okay. This has actually taught me to recognize when he is actually hurt. vs. just his pride being hurt. I laugh at my own child. Shit's funny as hell sometimes. Sorry she couldn't find the humor in it. Honestly, father of many here. The kids react better if you're laughing. They laugh too. It's so much better than the wailing. Kids hitting the deck is funny. Very limited potential for injury. That wasn't making fun, but it was a good response. Quite to the point. Just a minor thing. Ancient words. I'm sorry. Is she okay? Quote. Laughs at injured child, insults mother, refuses to elaborate, leaves chat confirmed. Little kids faceplanting gets me every time. I'm with you, dude. That's a good comeback. Usually, that's one of those comebacks you think of later in the shower and wish you would have thought in the moments. Good job. This is fine. You just need to commit to 3 or 4 decades of telethons. As host, it will be the hardest job you have ever done. The biggest stars will take the phone testimony and help gather donations. You will get no money directly, and limited monetary leverage. You will die, not hated, but with ambivalence. The French might love you, for whatever that is worth. I promise to watch every year for 23 years. And I will give you at least $50 total. During your marathons. Checking account willing. Reddit is behind this. And we all wish you well constructing a life anew. Okay, which parent has not laughed at some point when their kid got hurt? I'm a nervous giggler. I don't mean anything by it. Usually. But it happens frequently. Okay, actually did this too. We were at a soccer game and one of the kids did some kind of hysterical fall, but resulted in a small injury. And I made some smartass comment about it. The mother of the kid happened to be right near me, and she just looks at me and goes, "Hey, he's just a kid." I absolutely felt horrible, and after the game I found her and apologized to her. If I needed medical attention at the playground when I was 6, I'd have had to walk home first. My kids have taken dives several times that cracked me up uncontrollably. One was my youngest at about 14, tried to step on a stool to hop over it and went cartwheeling off the side. I felt horrible and she was crying, but OMG, the sight of her legs flying just sent me. Way to be the bigger person, op. You're a terrible person, op. Fuck, I could watch kids fall off bikes all day.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.